Hey guys, what's up? My name is Dave and welcome back to another episode of my F123 MYTEAM career mode. We are here in Australia for the second race of the season, and as you can see, most of our upgrades have failed, so we are almost at the back of the grid performance wise, but there should be some rain for the race, so maybe we can score some points here. If you missed the last episode, go back and watch it. It was the race in Bahrain and it was full of action. We did even finish in the top 10, so feel free to check it out. But last race we only qualified P20, so the goal for this qualifying is to improve on that, and I believe something around P15 could be possible, as we now come up to turn 3, braking around the 100 meter board. We are still in last place, but now actually we're up into P21, so not far away from the guys in front, and we still gain positions going up to P18, P15, P13. This is actually really good. Now half a second behind Max Verstappen. Let's see if we can keep up, and we are already into P10. This is incredible. I reckon we will lose some places here on the straight because we are not the fastest around Australia. Open up the DRS and we are going back to P13. Coming up to the fast chicane now, try to take as much speed as possible through this section of the track and open up the DRS again. Now for the next turn, brake right before the 50 meter board, really hard. Sliding a little bit, the rear end is all loosey-goosey here, but no problems. And now braking right before the 50 meter board again, down to second gear and slowly accelerating out of the last two corners, and on the start finish straight. This could be P13, and yes, it is. Just as the weather forecast predicted, it's raining here at the start of the Australian Grand Prix, and all drivers are starting on the intermediate tire as the lights go out and away we go. Try not to get too much wheel spin as we get a much better start than Esteban Ocon. He moves inside of Valtteri Bottas, and 3 wide we go into the first corner. A little bit of contact there, but we just managed to get in front of those two into P11. So as we know, the AI will brake really early into the next corner, so we try to go to the inside and overtake Gasly and maybe even Lance Stroll side by side now with Lance, and we go through into P9. What a start. Only the first lap and we are already in the points. So it's the end of lap 1 and we are right behind Lando Norris. We are much faster than him in the corners, but I think we will lose out on the straight as we activate our ERS on overtake, and as you can see, he's just much faster. Try to stay close, maybe we can get him on the next straight using all our ERS and slipstream. Try to go to the inside, not brake too late, and he stays ahead for now, but now we go through as he braked too late, going through into P8. Let's go. So it seems we are really fast in the rain here. We have just much more confidence than the AI, accelerating out of the corners much faster, but a little bit slower on the straight. As we now start lap 6, we are right behind Lewis Hamilton, so we can keep up with the Mercedes. That's pretty good. Now trying to stay close to him. Having a little moment here, nearly lost the car, but we just stay in distance. Maybe we can outbrake him, lay down the brakes, and we dive bomb Lewis Hamilton. Luckily we didn't touch, but can we get past him? Maybe with the switchback in the next turn or around the outside. To be fair, he left us enough space, so we go through into P7. So it's lap 11 and so far we can keep up with the pace of George Russell in front of us, as we have a little moment here in the last corner, but we managed to stay on track. Actually the track is now drying up a little bit, it's not raining anymore. Carlos Sainz actually pits, so maybe he's trying to go on the soft tire. We will see in a second, and a red flag is out. I don't know what happened here exactly, but this could give us the opportunity to change on a soft tire or on a slick tire. As we go to the strategy menu, we will see that the game only allows us to change on intermediate or wet tire. Maybe the game thinks it's not dry enough, but as you can see, we cannot choose the slick tire, so we will start on the intermediates again. Jumping forward to the start, we are now in P5. 5 red lights go on and it's lights out, and away we go for a second time here. Fernando Alonso in front of us, not the best start for him, and we try to go to the inside. It's now 3 wide with Russell and Alonso, but we back off and let them battle as we have contact, I think, with Carlos Sainz behind us. Still in P5, we will try to defend as best as we could, but I don't think we can hold on to that position as Hamilton is already right behind us. Having a little look on the inside, and Valtteri Bottas is out of the session. Okay, this actually triggered the virtual safety car, so as we skip forward, my engineer was telling me to not go too fast under the safety car and forgot to tell me that the virtual safety car is ending, so we were napping at the restart as Hamilton immediately overtakes us, and also Carlos Sainz goes through the inside, and even Lance hit us with a dive bomb, and we actually did get a little bit of wing damage, but nothing too serious, and we still try to hold on to that position, but Lance goes through, and even Lando Norris has a little look on the outside, but we managed to defend that. One lap later, we actually can keep up with Lance even with wing damage, and I was not trying to overtake him, but you can see he brakes way too late, so we are into P7 again. Lap 16, and we are much faster than Lewis, all over his rear end now, and we try to use all our ERS here to get past him. Take the slipstream and go to the inside, braking late but not too late, and we leave him enough space, but we go through. So Max wins the race. This is the last lap of a fantastic race from our side. I'm really happy, this worked out perfectly, and we go through to take P6, yeah! So looking at the race results, Max Verstappen wins the race in front of Sergio Perez and actually Fernando Alonso in third. George Russell is in 4th and the Ferrari of Carlos Sainz in P5. We are in P6. This is the best result so far. And looking down, our teammate Theo Pourchaire is actually in P15, so also a good race from him. Not quite good enough to get into the points, but I think he will get there eventually. Looking at the driver standings, we are also in P7, exactly the same points as Lance Stroll and 2 points behind George Russell, so everything is very close here. Looking at the team standings, we are in P6, 5 points behind Alpine, and Alfa Romeo only has scored 1 point. Actually, McLaren, AlphaTauri and Williams and Haas have all scored 0 points until today, so we are in a good position to beat them until the end of the year. So back in the factory, some of our upgrades already came through, and for now we do some team activities to improve the morale of our departments and gain some few resource points and also experience points for the team to get some more sponsors quickly. As we speak of new sponsors, we are now actually entitled to get a new sponsor, and we go over to the weekly income and we choose Equinox. It's a good sponsor with a good weekly income, and the goal is to finish P12 or better in the race, which I think is possible, and if it's not too bad because we have a good weekly income. As we now try to rearrange our sponsors here, let me know in the comments if you like it that way or if I should keep the main sponsor on the side. It's always difficult to decide when you have such a small amount of sponsors, and as we now skip forward, our rear downforce upgrade actually came through, so we now have 2 new upgrades available and also our failed upgrade, but I think for now we will just do the front downforce until Baku and the failed one a little bit later. And it's also time to upgrade some of our facilities. As we skip to the chassis facility, we will upgrade our build time, so our upgrades came through faster. And skipping ahead in time, we pick up our resource points, but still our engine upgrade has failed. So we are now last on the grid, but our front downforce upgrade came through, so we are back in P10 performance wise. This was it for the episode, guys. If you like it, leave a like and subscribe. See you next time in Baku.